morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm pretty sure you've all heard the expression, karma's a bitch. Let me go show you some sweet, sweet karma. So as you guys know, as from the last vlog, the neighbor behind me was so worried I was going to drive up over the curb and do some damage to his private curb and road that he started all this nonsense. Well, they're building a house next door to him as of today, and this morning there was at least 10 dump trucks that went up over the curb and dropped dirt, much to his delight. So there we go. Sweet, and then look, he put private property right at my fence line. What a fucking idiot, man. What an idiot. So anyway, there you go. There's karma. Wanted to start all that stuff, and as you can see, probably right there is a dump truck that went over the curb. Seriously. So he thought my car was going to damage the curb, and they got the dump trucks up over the curb. I watched him this morning come out of his house, raise his garage door, flailing his arms in disbelief. Alright, man, let's go hit the garage and take a look at the Camaro. I got the push rod checker in here. I got it set at 50 thousandths. Each turn is 50 thousandths off. Ken said it's about where I should be checking. Hopefully this tool doesn't break. So we're just going to double check with it 50 thousandths shorter. I mean, I know engines are very precise things. I wonder what 10 thousandths is going to do for you. I also had a lot of people mention about checking for bent valves. Appreciate the thoughts in the comments, but see, when that stud broke off, the valve just pops closed because there's no longer the rocker arm that was on here came off, so the spring pressure returned the valve. So there was no possible way the valve could have touched the piston. I mean, I could be wrong about stuff. I've been wrong before, because I mean, I know the push rods were way too long, but I really don't believe that there was any contact made. If it was, then I'm highly screwed. Oh yeah, look at that. The line moved up considerably. You can see that, but now the line has actually moved up on the push rod. So yeah, we're gonna just roll with the factory one. That was perfect. Man, maybe my luck is starting to change. And this valve cover, this one that fought me tooth and nail last time, slid right in. I learned a little lesson. I got that loosened up somewhat. Alright, but yeah, you know what that means. I'm putting on the valve cover. Everything is in here. Fingers crossed it's right. I took my time. Made sure all the push rods were still into the rocker arms. I turned the engine over several times by hand. Try to watch, make sure all the rockers moved. Took my time, make sure that the torque was right. I did like Ken suggested. I think I showed it earlier. I tried using the rocker arm adjuster, 50 thousandths down, one turn, and it actually did move the line on the valve stem closer to the really the middle of the engine, which shows that it's short. So the factory push rods appear to be the right size. Thanks again, Sparty Nation, for doing some math for me. He took the valve cover gaskets that I got versus the ones that were on here and figured I only lowered it like 0.13 millimeters, not like 60th. So yeah, so there's no reason the factory one shouldn't work, or factory size. These are really good comp cams. Something push rods. They're actually even better than what came in the kit. If you notice, they were black in color. They're like a hardened steel. So yeah, fingers crossed. I should be starting this. Oh wow, look at the focus. Oh well, there you go. Hopefully I'll be starting this thing on the next scene. Before I do that, I want to give a huge thanks to Ken at First TPI. He's been a tremendous help during this build. Everything that's not even intake manifold related, like when I was asking him about the top dead center and the valve springs, the guy, everything, he's helped me out tremendously on anything I've needed. He's a great resource to have. And he doesn't have to do it. He only makes the intake manifold, but he's a mechanic. He works on these cars as well, so he's more than happy to share his knowledge. I did find out talking to him, though, it appears that if you have an aftermarket distributor, that might be what causes the problem with it hitting the base. He said the factory distributors shouldn't hit. That I would never know because my car had already had, like we mentioned before, one of those cheap, looked like Amazon $50 distributors. And now I have a billet distributor made by Jegs. It's Jegs brand. So there you have it. So I'm guessing from his knowledge, and I have no reason to question him, that if you had the factory distributor, it should fit. So you might want to think about that before you, if you want to change distributors, you might run into that problem with it clearing like I had. So man, there we go. All I need to do this time is make sure I reinstall the ground. I about smoked this friggin' wire up. Starting the car without the ground attached. Probably because I don't have any accessories on here. I didn't have the wire down, so let's go ahead and get this tightened up. Let's get the other valve cover on, and then fingers crossed for a successful start. Please. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Damn, I pushed it closed. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Finally. Alright. Now it's just a matter of getting all the accessories put back on. So still got a little bit more work, but she's alive. I want to cry, man. Oh. Now I know what just the 6 feels. Oh my god. Alright, man. Alright. Let me... Oh my god, this is awesome. This is so awesome. Thank you for supporting this build. Oh my god. Alright. So I don't know how many people have been around since the beginning of the build, but I had mentioned before Ken built this intake off about an 87, 88, something like that, IROC, and at that time they used this type of throttle connection right here. So I didn't want to cut the cable on mine, so I went and ordered a throttle cable for an 88 IROC. And I'm not sure if I got the wrong cable or what's going on here, but you can see this piece of plastic does not come near here. I should have listened to Ken and got the adapter, because now they are out of stock, and I found one through Jegs. They had a throttle cable kit, and I'm having it overnighted because as of right now I will not be able to drive the car. And it actually was only a few dollars more than to do it 2 days. So it was like $9 for regular shipping, which would have taken 4 to 5 days. $15 then to go 2 days, and then it was like another just $20 to go overnight. So I'm like, screw it, just overnight it. Let me find, here is, where's my, oh, okay. So here is the original throttle cable. So when I put this onto the firewall, so you can see there is no issue with it reaching. I said put the plug there, and it's actually kind of a little bit on the longer side, but so the factory one is fine, but as you can see it has this fitting, if I can focus on it. It has this fitting and not this one here, which is a problem. So now what I'm going to end up having to do is cut this cable and put the fitting on. And now one of the worst things ever is getting that fitting down there out of the firewall. So anyhow, I got the 2 brackets bolted to the front. I got the alternator in. I got the air conditioning in. The air pump replacement pulley down there in the very bottom. That's where the air pump used to be. So now tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and set the timing before I, because if you can see it, I actually meant to do this before I put this bracket in, because it's starting to get a little bit hard to get down to that timing mark right there. Alright, man, great stuff. So the car runs. So basically for the next vlog, the first thing I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to go ahead and set that timing, get the distributor clamped down, and then I can go ahead and use my spark plug wire holders, try to make that all nice and pretty. Then go ahead, I need to put on the pulley onto the front of the crank. Then I need to hook up the serpentine belt. Then we need to go ahead and do the radiator hoses, fill it full of fluid. I also need to put the power steering pump in, hook up the hoses. We need to fill that full of fluid and bleed it. And then just the heater hoses. And I believe that's all I'm going to need to go ahead and make it drivable, plus the throttle cable. So if my back allows me, I'm hoping to have all that done tomorrow. Actually, we'll have that for Friday's vlog. Maybe we'll have a first drive. I don't care. I'll drive this thing with the open exhaust. I mean, man, there's people out here driving loud stuff all the time. Like I showed in the one video, got that Miata that makes an ungodly amount of noise. A lot of people with open exhaust. So hey, I'll just go ahead and drive this thing open headers with that Y pipe. I mean, it actually wasn't terribly loud, because these are shorty headers or mid-length headers. Wasn't like, I remember my 69 Camaro, I started that thing up with just open headers. Ooh, wow, was that thing loud. But I mean, hell, we're pushing like 11 to 1 out of that thing, and full-length headers. So, whew. So yeah, anyhow, let's go ahead and wrap it up there. Hopefully next video we're gonna have a first drive, man. She starts, she runs. Exciting, man. So I got with Brian at Tune Performance. Gonna get ready to go ahead and do some data logging. We'll go ahead and do this. We're gonna go ahead and get this done, and then once I get the exhaust bolted on, gonna be dyno day. Gonna use the same people who dynoed it the first time, so it'll be the same person, same dyno. He's already got the parameters that he set the dyno into. into his computer, so it'll be exact. It'll be a perfect match for. We'll find out exactly how much horsepower increase. The only problem is it's warming up a little bit. It's getting a little more humid, so it might be down, but it should still be fairly accurate. It was kind of cool when I did the first run, cool on the temperature. But yeah, so the dyno should be right on the money. We'll find out exactly how much power this cam, intake, the tune, the injectors and all that, how much power it added to this old bottom 350. So thank you everyone for watching. Please support the channel. Links down below if you want to buy some Z28, Project Z28, or some L to the W merchandise. If you want to make donations through PayPal or Patreon to help support some of this build, camera gear, to support this channel, it would be appreciated. That's down below. Amazon links, if you shop Amazon, just click on the link. I get a commission for directing you there. It doesn't add anything to your price. So if you ever shop on Amazon, please just come to my channel, go down, click on any link. You can click on a GoPro, and then you can buy whatever you want on Amazon. It's just as long as I direct you there, they give me a little kickback for directing. Like I said, it doesn't change your price at all. And, you know, hey, take a little bit of Amazon's profit and put it to good use, man. Help support my channel, and I definitely appreciate it. So, until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.